On July 12, 2024, the world's attention turned to Mumbai, India for what many are calling the wedding of the century. Anant Ambani, son of Asia's richest man Mukesh Ambani, tied the knot with his longtime girlfriend Radhika Merchant in a celebration that redefined luxury and extravagance. Let's start with the numbers, because they're truly mind-boggling. The Ambani Merchant wedding is estimated to have cost around $320 million. Still, while the event is one of the most expensive in the world, it only accounts for about 0.5% of the family's total wealth. In case you're thinking every billionaire hosts such a wedding, let me prove you wrong. To put his spending into perspective, let's look at some other famously expensive weddings. When Prince Charles and Princess Diana tied the knot in 1981, it was often considered the benchmark for lavish ceremonies costing about $110 million in today's money. More recently, Prince William and Kate Middleton's 2011 nuptials came in at $34 million. Even the wedding of Vanisha Mittal, daughter of steel tycoon Lakshmi Mittal, which was once thought to be the most expensive at $66 million, pales in comparison. But the Ambani wedding wasn't just about the final ceremony, it was a series of events spread over months, each more lavish than the last. In March 2024, they hosted a 3-day pre-wedding bash that featured performances by international superstars Rihanna and Justin Bieber. Rihanna reportedly earned $6.3 million for her appearance, while Bieber took home a whopping $10 million. Then in May, there was another 3-day celebration. This time a luxury cruise from Italy to France with performances by Katy Perry and Pitbull. The main wedding events took place from July 12 to 14 at the Geo World Convention Center and the Ambani family home in Mumbai. The guest list read like a who's who of global celebrities, business leaders, and politicians. Bollywood stars rubbed shoulders with international icons like Kim and Khloe Kardashian. Former UK Prime Ministers Boris Johnson and Tony Blair were in attendance, as were business leaders like Samsung CEO Han Jong-hee and FIFA President Gianni Infantino. Now here's where things get interesting. In the world of the Ambanis, even the ultra-rich become just regular guests. Think about it, when Kim Kardashian worth $1.7 billion is just another face in the crowd, you know you've entered a different level of wealth. It's a place where billionaires become the entertainment, where the 1% find themselves in the unusual position of being average. This brings us to an important point. We often talk about being rich, but the Ambani wedding shows us that there is rich and then there is ultra-rich. Most celebrities, even those we consider incredibly wealthy, are selling their services to the Ambanis. Rihanna and Justin Bieber, global superstars in their own right, became hired performers. It's a stark reminder of the vast wealth gap that exists not just between the rich and the poor, but between the rich and the ultra-rich. Speaking of wealth gaps, the Ambani wedding also highlights the two faces of India. On one hand, we have this incredible display of opulence with over 100 private jets flying in guests and no expenses spared on entertainment and decor. On the other hand, India is still a country where nearly 230 million people live below the poverty line. In the same city where this grand celebration took place, millions struggle for their next meal. This contrast raises some uncomfortable questions. How can such extreme wealth exist alongside such poverty? Is it right to spend so much on a wedding when that money could potentially change millions of lives? Many critics have voiced these concerns, arguing that the money spent on this wedding was wasteful and could have been better used to help India's poor. However, it's important to note that the Ambani family, through their Reliance Foundation, is also known for their philanthropic activities. They've invested billions in various social initiatives across India, from disaster relief to education programs. In 2023 alone, their foundation impacted over 69 million lives through various programs. They've built schools, hospitals, and provided scholarships to thousands of students. This brings us to an interesting point about balance. While the wedding was undoubtedly extravagant, it's just one visible aspect of the Ambani family's activities. Behind the scenes, they're also working to uplift communities across India. It's a reminder that wealth, when used responsibly, can be a powerful force for change. Moreover, an event of this magnitude doesn't just benefit the wealthy, it creates a ripple effect in the local economy. From florists to caterers, craftsmen to logistics companies, many local businesses got a significant boost from this wedding. While temporary, it is an economic injection that spreads far beyond the guest list. The Ambani wedding also served as a showcase for India's growing economic power and technical prowess. The events featured cutting-edge technology, and there were even rumors of drone shows that rivaled Olympic opening ceremonies. In many ways, this wedding was as much a glimpse into the future as it was a celebration of love. It's also worth considering that source of Ambani wealth. Reliance Industries, the company founded by Mukesh Ambani's father and now led by Mukesh, is a major force in the Indian economy. It employs over 380,000 people directly and many more indirectly. The company is driving innovation in telecommunications, retail, and energy, sectors that touch the lives of millions of Indians daily. In fact, Reliance contributes massively to the India's total export earnings and even increases the country's total GST collection. So, while the wedding might seem like an excessive display of wealth, it's also a visible manifestation of a company that's helping to propel India onto the global stage. As news of the wedding spread globally, reactions were mixed. Some saw it as an obscene display of wealth in a country still grappling with widespread poverty. Others viewed it as India's coming-out party on the world stage, a demonstration of the country's growing economic power. These varied reactions reveal as much about the viewers as they do about the event itself. In many ways, the Ambani merchant wedding serves as a mirror reflecting the complexities of modern India. It's a nation of stark contrasts, extreme wealth alongside extreme poverty, cutting-edge technology coexisting with ancient traditions. But it's also a nation of immense potential, rapidly emerging as a global economic powerhouse. The wedding also raises important questions about the nature of wealth and success in today's world. In an era of increasing wealth inequality, what responsibilities do the ultra-rich have to society? How do we balance personal celebration with social responsibility? These are questions without easy answers, but they're crucial for us to consider as we move forward. As the last flowers wilted and the final guests departed, the Ambani merchant wedding left us with much to ponder. It wasn't just a celebration of love between two people, it was a spectacle, a networking event, a technological showcase, and a lightning rod for discussions about wealth and inequality. It served as a reminder that in today's interconnected world, even a personal event can have far-reaching implications. In the end, the Ambani wedding was many things to many people. For some, it was a fairy tale come to life, a glimpse into the world of unimaginable luxury. For others, it was a troubling display of excess in a world still plagued by poverty and inequality. But for all of us, it was a moment that captured the complexities and contradictions of our modern world. As Mumbai returns to its normal rhythm, we're left to reflect on what we have witnessed. In a world of such extremes, what does true wealth really mean? How do we use resources, whether modest or vast, to shape a better future for all? The Ambani merchant wedding may be over, but these questions will continue to echo long after the last drink glass has been cleared away.